So what we're doing today is we're doing 601 charting time. Okay? What I want you to do right now is I want you to answer these 5 questions. Now, don't write what's in red. That's Spanish. Obviously, you're not going to need that. Okay? I had a student a few years ago who came into class and knew no English, but she wanted to participate, so I translated into Spanish. There's a couple, first 1 or 2 days are like that. So what I want you to do is I want you to answer these questions that are in black. Okay? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to figure this out. This will be just running time. We're not going to pause it. Okay, so if you're watching at home, that'll give you time to do it too. So on your paper, write 1 through 5, and you're going to answer these 5 questions. You just keep filming the board. Okay, you don't got to follow me. All right, everybody should know that the date today, so you just tilt it this way. Everybody should know that the date today is August the 13th, 2025. Did everybody get that correctly? Thumbs up. Good, good. Now, the date last year was August the 13th, 2024. Everybody agree? Thumbs up? Okay. So let's see if we got the date 100 years ago. August 13th, 1925. Everybody agree? And now we're getting into it. Let's see what the date was 1,000 years ago. August 13th, 1025. Okay? So 5,000 years ago, now we're getting a little different. Okay, now we're going to say it's the 8th month, the 13th day, and it was 2,975 BC. So you just take 2025 and you subtract 5,000 from it. So let's talk a little bit about, did everybody write this down? Let's talk a little bit about our dates. Well, no, we'll do that last. We'll do that part last. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about how historians chart time. Okay? We're going to have some definitions here. So here's your essential question. Go ahead and write this question down. How do historians track time? Now, do you need to answer that question? No. That's what our essential question is. That's the question we should answer by the end of class. I need you to take your notes over to my desk. Not you, over here. Take your notes with you. And when I say next, you're just going to hit the down arrow. Okay, so you just do your notes from my desk. Don't, I got a chair. I'm going to take your chair. Sit at my brown chair. You see the down arrow on my computer screen, yeah. Hit the down arrow. Now go back up. Now, is everybody done writing this down? Hand up if you're still writing. Hey guys, you absolutely cannot talk at all. Just nod or shake your head back. No, obviously don't write what's in red. That is also in Spanish. Next. So what are we doing? We're discovering what are the labels for the abbreviations for time labels. How did ancient civilizations chart their time, and why did it change? We're going to talk about that at the very end. Don't write it yourself, please. Okay, so why are we doing this? Knowledge of the historical time abbreviation is a state-tested standard. This is standard 601. Knowing how ancient civilizations labeled their time will help us understand them better. Do you agree? Next. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to write down what's in black. Okay? BC. BC is before the birth of Christ. Okay? Before the birth of Jesus. It means literally before Christ. Everybody for 1,000 years has charted time this way. Okay? We're going to talk about that at the end of class. Now we've got a new thing called BCE. Okay, where people don't want to talk anything about Jesus, so they got to change time. This is dumb, and nobody uses this, but we're going to have to learn it because it's a tested standard. Okay, BCE is the same thing. It means before the birth of Jesus. Okay, but it just means before the Common Era. Okay, whenever we do notes this year, we're going to use this. Okay, because it's worked for 1,000 years. So write down what's in black on both of those, but not what's in red. So if you're doing this at home, you're going to have time to write this because my class right now is having time to write this. So this is going to be how long it takes them before we move on. Raise your hand if you are adding. Raise your hand if you are still writing this. Okay, we're good. close to the end. We're gonna move on. Your notes for tomorrow, you will not have to write anything down. Okay? I've got them printed off for you. One of your classmates, Maoli, she wrote them down, and her handwriting was so nice that I'm just going to make you all copies of them so you can highlight them. You don't have to write them. So whenever you see her, thank her. Who's still writing right now? Okay. Hand up if you're still writing. Next. AD. AD is short for Anno Domini, which means the year of our Lord in Latin. It does not mean after death. If you've heard that before and you're like, oh, it's after death, it's wrong. It's going to be on the test. You're going to put after death. It's going to be wrong again. Okay? It does not mean that. It means Anno Domini. AD starts the time after the approximate birth of Jesus. Now, we also have this new thing called CE, which is called Common Era. It's the same thing. It just takes Jesus out of it. It's dumb, and we've used AD and BC for 1,000 years. That's what we're going to use in this class. But if it's on the test, you have to know it. BC and BCE go together. AD and CE go together. Now, why would I say the approximate time of Jesus' birth? Don't we know exactly when Jesus' birth is? So we think that Jesus' birth is AD 1. And then everything else after that is after the birth of Jesus, right? Anything before that is BC. Right? However, when they calculated when they thought Jesus was born, they got it wrong. They got it wrong by a few years. We know that Jesus was most likely born between 3 and 5 BC because King Herod died in 2 BC. King Herod was the one that killed all the babies, right? So Jesus had to be born before that. Does it matter? Not really. But that's a little interesting history fact for you. Write these down. Do not write down what's in red. Hand up if you're still writing. Hand up if you're still writing. Hand up if you're still writing. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. This is the last time. This is the last one. Hand up if you're still writing. We've got about 30 seconds and then we're going to move on. If you're not done writing, you can copy someone else's down. All right, next. Circa. What you're going to write here is you're going to write what's in green, just the green words, and then you're going to write down the last one in black. Okay? Circa is often abbreviated C or CA or CA without a period. It means approximately or around a certain time. Okay? Around a certain time. Jesus was born around AD 1. Okay? Circa means around or approximate time or date. You don't even have to write what's in black. Just write what's in green. All right, next. Decade. A decade is a span of 10 years. Decade is a span of 10 years. You all are just over 1 decade. I'm just under 5 decades. I know it's hard to believe it. Next. A century. A century is a span of 100 years. Century is a span of 100 years. Hey, go back up one. Go back up one. If you didn't get the right decade down there, it is a span of 10 years. Next, there's century. Make sure you write down century. You all writing this down? Y'all are sitting way too close to each other. Way too close. Good over. Gosh, I couldn't imagine somebody being my personal bubble. Ugh. Oh. Alright, that don't mean you gotta kiss him. Who's that? Next. Millennium. Millennium is a span of 1,000 years. Next. Answer these recap questions. Number 1. Standard 6.01 is how historians chart. Don't say it out loud. Raise your hand if you know. Everybody get it? Charting time. BC and BCE basically mean before the birth of Jesus. The time period before the birth of Jesus. Write it down. Write it down. Write down the answers. AD and CE basically mean after the birth of Jesus. Circa means around or approximately. Decade is 10 years. Century is 100 years. Millennium is 1,000 years. So go ahead and write down that brief review. That'll be it for today. All right, so that is our lesson for Standard 6.01.